Welcome back, students. We were studying chapter number 10 of subject science, that is motion and measurement of distances. This is your lecture number 4. So students, in the previous lecture we have learned about the term motion. That what is motion? We know that when object changes position with time with respect to observer, then that object is called or said to be in motion. Now in this lecture we will discuss about the types of motion. There are different types of motion like rectilinear motion, curvilinear motion, circular motion, periodic and non-periodic motion. So let us study each type of motion one by one. Okay. So our first type of motion is rectilinear motion. What is rectilinear motion? The motion of a body in a straight line is called rectilinear motion. Suppose if we are moving on a straight road, it means we are moving along a straight line. Then our motion is said to be rectilinear motion. And the another example of rectilinear motion is motion of a lift. Look at this picture. This picture shows motion of a lift. And this motion of a lift is an example of rectilinear motion. Second is curvilinear motion. What is curvilinear motion? The motion of a body on a curved path is called curvilinear motion. Means when any object, living or non-living, or any body move on a curved path, then the motion is said to be curvilinear motion. For example, if a car taking a turn on a road, then car is said to be in curvilinear motion. Now our next type is circular motion. What is circular motion? When a body moves along circular path, then it is said to be in circular motion. For example, motion of wheels of vehicles means the motion of wheels of all vehicles, or we can say motion of wheel of a bicycle is always to be in circular motion. It is always in circular motion because it always move along circular path. Next is periodic motion. What is periodic motion? A motion that repeats itself after equal interval of time is known as periodic motion. Means if any body, if any object repeats its motion after equal time interval, means after same time interval, then it is known as periodic motion. For example, motion of a swing. Like if a girl is on a swing, then this motion is said to be periodic. Motion of a simple pendulum. This is an example of periodic motion because it repeats its motion after every equal interval of time. It is also called the oscillatory motion. Here you can see that this pendulum repeats its path Okay, it repeats its motion after every equal interval of time. It is moving from O to A to O, and again O to B. Okay, so it means it repeats its motion and cover the same path. That's why it is an example of periodic motion. Non-periodic motion. Now what is non-periodic motion? A motion that does not repeat itself after equal interval of time is known as non-periodic motion. You can write any example in non-periodic motion, like motion of a car, okay, and motion of a person. So you can write any example. But remember one point, that motion does not repeat. Okay. So now I am going to discuss the homework solution of previous lecture. Question number 1 was, write different units which were used in ancient time. So the units are, first is handspan, distance between the tip of little finger and the thumb of a hand when it is stretched is called handspan. Handspan is a unit which were used in ancient time. And the second unit is cubit. What is cubit? Distance between the elbow and the tip of the middle finger of a hand is called cubit. And third unit is footsteps. Distance between the 2 feet when a person takes a step is called footsteps. So these are some units used by the people in ancient time. Question number 2. Write a note on correct measurement of length. So answer is, the SI unit of length is meter, but to measure very short distances, units like centimeter and millimeter are used. In 1 meter there is 100 centimeter, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter, and 1 millimeter is equal to 0.1 centimeter. Now coming to homework part. Question number 1. Differentiate between periodic and non-periodic motion and give one example of each. You have to differentiate between periodic and non-periodic motion. Question number 2. Define rectilinear motion with example. Question number 3. Give 2 examples of circular motion and give 2 examples of curvilinear motion. Okay. Write 2 examples of circular and curvilinear motion. So this ends for today's lecture. Thank you.